All right, kids, we're going to go ahead and practice multiplying some exponents. So when the base is the same, so maybe 2 to the third times 2 to the fourth, okay? So we're going to first, there's two ways to do it. I'm going to show you the long way. The long way is to first take the first exponent form, 2 to the third, and expand it. 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 to the third is written right here. We're going to then keep this multiplication sign, and we're going to now multiply 2 to the fourth. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 to the fourth is in expanded form right here. So then we could multiply it and get the actual answer, but all we're really wanting for right now in this lesson is to see the new base to the new exponent. So the base is going to stay the same, 2, and I'm going to count how many 2's I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our answer is 2 to the 7th. So that is writing it out in expanded form, and I wanted you to see that because later we may need to write it out in expanded form. But there is a shortcut. We like shortcuts. The shortcut is you take 2 to the third multiplied by 2 to the fourth, and since the base is the same, we can simply add these two. So it would be 2 to the 3 plus 4, or 2 to the 7th power. A lot less work from here to here, but the answer is the same. So the rule, exponent rule, for adding let me take that back. So the exponent rule for multiplying two exponents or more, 2 or more exponents with the same base. So the same base is important. So the rule for multiplying 2 or more exponents with the same base is keep the base and add the exponents. Got to get better video equipment this weekend, kids. All right, so the rule, exponent rule for multiplying 2 or more exponents with the same base. Now remember, with the same base is important. Same base is important. We're going to keep the base and add the exponents. So let's do some practice of these. So if we have 3 to the 4th power multiplied by 3 to the 10th power, we're going to keep the base because it's the same, and we're going to add the exponents. So 4 plus 10, 3 to the 14th power. Now I'm writing out this step. You really wouldn't have to do it. I'm just writing it because sometimes those additions may get harder, but just to show you. So what I would really write without showing you each step, if I were doing this problem myself, I would write 3 to the 14th because I know that 4 plus 10 is 14. So let's do another one, maybe a harder one. Let's say 7 to the 20th power multiplied by 7 to the 30th power. I really do not want to write them out in expanded form like this because that's a lot of 7s. So I'm going to use my shortcut rule, which is, remember, any exponent multiplied by an exponent with the same base, we add the exponents. So I'm going to keep the base and add 20 plus 30. So my answer is 7 to the 50th power. Let's try another one. 10 to the 170th power. That's a big exponent. If we had to write all those tens or all those zeros, we would be writing for days. Multiplied by 10 to the 35th power. What do? The base is the same, so the base stays the same. Now I'm going to add 170 plus 35. 10. 170 plus 30 is 200 and another 5, so 10 to the 205th power. Are we typically going to see exponents that big? No, not usually. We may see them most commonly with 2 squared. Whenever there's a 2 to the second power, we say squared. Times 2 to the third power, or 2 cubed. So the most common exponents we see in life are going to be squared and cubed. And the reason we see that is because squared, we want to find the square feet or area of something, or we may multiply what's the square feet of this room. You may hear that. Or what's the square foot if I have an edge of 10. Cubed is for volume. So you may see, 2 to the third, or volume, you may have a square fish tank. I got a fish tank and I need to keep a beta in it. How much, what's the volume of water I'm going to put in it if the cube is 2 inches or the cube is 2 feet. So that's where you would use it. So cubed is volume and squared is area, and you're going to see those a lot more in your everyday lives. So let's say we have 2 to the second power, 2 to the third power, and we want to multiply it. We are going to keep the base the same, 2, and we are going to add 2 plus 3, and we are going to get 2 to the 5th power. I'm going to do one more just for the sake of, I paused on my video. Let's do 6 to the 4th power times 6 to the 3rd power. I'm going to leave my base the same, add 6, add the 4, add the 3, 6 to the 7th power.